That's all right. We won't be jumping right into dice rolling anyways.
Alright, so we're down some people. Hopefully they'll be okay. So instead of the session of Dead and Thay, I'll edit the name later. We'll be running a one-shot with Roland DMing. Yay!
Okay, this is going to be purely spontaneous and mostly random. I am hoping that I can rely on my improvisational skills in order to make something that is coherent and entertaining, not only for the players, but for anyone that perhaps may watch this at some point in the future. Let's begin with getting to know our players a little bit. Michael, do you want to start and tell us a bit about you, perhaps, and your character?
Well, this is Drum. And the picture I've been using recently where I've made this character for the UAG. And he is a goblin merchant. A member of the Goblin Merchants Alliance in good standing. And for the low price of 5 bars of gold press platinum, you can get anything done that you wish. He is a barbarian. He has a temper, or he started out that way, but he has since become more civilized and is more prone to speak and talk his way out of things and negotiate deals than he is to stab people with his sword. Thus, he has taken a few levels of bard. He's wearing a breastplate. That's right, I bought a breastplate. He has a large golden shield with the crest of the Goblin Merchants Alliance on the front of it. He has finely crafted steel longsword at his side, a couple of javelins, and then a coin always jangling. He wears richly crafted merchant's robes, though, over the top of his armor that he made himself, in case you're admiring them. Because for the low price of 5 bars for gold press platinum, you too can be dressed as eloquently as I am.
And Ryan, do you want to tell us about your character?
My character is called is a kobold warlock called Mirta the Invisible. We'll see if she remains invisible for the entire game, but
Are you going to?
I'm still finalizing all the details.
But what's your class and your background?
My class is a warlock, and we'll go for
what's your patron?
Probably what am I thinking? What is this guy?
Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. That's what you're thinking.
Probably entertainer, honestly.
Okay. And what's your patron? Fae, Fiend, or Far Out One? Far Out One.
Old one, great old one.
Yeah, great old one.
And they got some in Xanatars, but I haven't read. I'm familiar with them.
Yeah, or something.
I think probably Fae. I think a kobold of the Fae sounds interesting. So.
And are you gonna? What's your like? Are you gonna be like a Hexblade or Pact to the Chain?
I think we're gonna go Pact to the Blade. Yeah.
Pact to the Blade. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys know each other?
I know everybody. I have contacts all over the place.
Where were you guys? Or where are you guys?
We would be in a large city trying to make a deal to secure passage of some goods.
Passage?
I'm a merchant. I buy and sell stuff. That's what I do.
Anywhere anything in particular you were going to deal in or bargain in? Like, is there something you like? Jewels, carpets, wine, anything in particular that you specialize in?
Yes, robes, clothing, silk, fine silk, the best.
Textiles.
Yes. I actually have guild artisan and tool proficiency and tailor tool from the tailor.
Nice. Are you going to buy or sell? Hey, Michael? Are you going to buy or sell?
Oh, we're going to sell. We're going to unload these finest robes in all the realm.
So you have a wagon full of inventory?
Yes. We're going to make much money off of it.
What kind of draft animals do you have? Like, you guys are pretty small, so I don't. It's goats?
Goats.
Okay. Is it okay?
This is going to be a really weird game, isn't it?
I don't know. We'll see. You and your goats. You are bringing merchandise to a harbor city?
Yeah.
You've been traveling this road for some time, and you have been the victim of a lot of racism.
I know. That's why I took the shy cell as a spell, because it's just people just see goblin, they think I'm just going to rob and steal them, and no, I'm going to get them to give me their money for free.
So, especially once you get like out of your territory where you're more well known for your trading, you are making the last approach to pass through some mountains, and because you're afraid of not only just harassment from people traveling the road, you are afraid of like actual monsters or something, or bandits, or you
Goblins
don't
fear nothing. But we
are smart.
we fear nothing, but at the same time, we do realize that there are threats, and my goods need to be protected.
Murta is very, very smart. Murta has 10 intelligence.
And you, as you are approaching this what should we call it? Like this pass at the foot of the mountains. Before the pass is a roadhouse with some stables, and you can see that there are some horses tethered, out in front, and does appear to be like some other wagons and some livestock and a well and shit like that, but I would not call it a town. It's just basically a roadhouse and a stable. And I'm not sure what time you would prefer to be traveling, if you travel through the night or if you travel through the day.
We'd probably stick to nighttime more so.
So it would be like morning then, right now. And it's true morning. Like the sun is up. It's about, 6 a.m. And you figure that you'd give I'm assuming that you would give your goats a rest and go in and maybe spend the day at the roadhouse and perhaps find some companions. I'm hoping. Or you could take a left turn.
No offense, but I need some more guards. You're just too small and ineffectual to fully guard my most valuable possession. So I suggest we come in here and see if we can find another guard.
Okay. When you pull up, I was just gonna say, when you pull up, like the stable hands and stuff like that are quite shocked, and you can even see like some of the other people working, kind of like as they watch you and your goat trot in. You can see some of them even reach towards their belt for like a knife or clutch a pitchfork, or maybe pick up a board even, right when they kind of see you. You very much get the hairy eyeball, but coin talks. So when you approach the stable hand, the stable keeper, he's like a human. Looks like he's in his mid-50s. He's got like white shaggy hair and a red bulbous nose. Although he's not a chubby guy, he does have a red bulbous nose. And he just rests his fists on his hips as he watches you trot up with your goats. Like, and he gives you a nod and says, "Well, Matt," he says somewhat cautiously.
Do not worry. I understand that my appearance often makes you all wonder what my intentions are, but I can assure you, good sir, that I am here under the most noblest means possible. I am a merchant, and I just simply want to find other people to help guard my valuables.
A merchant, you say?
Yes, of the Goblin Merchants Alliance in good standing. Here, and I hold up my shield and point out to the insignia there. Surely you've heard of us. We're making big strides now into the civilized areas.
You pay your dues? Like any other guild?
Of course.
Well, he shrugs. He says, "I'm not in charge here, but I also don't want it'll be my head on the line if I let you in and you cause trouble."
Well, I'm assuming it will be my head on the line as well, especially with such powerful warriors such as yourself. I had no chance whatsoever now, would I?
He kind of chuckles and
surely he says, just me and this little kobold is no affront to any danger to any of you. We couldn't harm a flea. I mean, look at us. We're so small and weak, whereas you're so big and strong. I'm just trying to persuade him to let us in.
Yep. All right. You can roll, see how well you do it. But like I said, coin talk, so you have advantage.
I would like to bring up my arm, show my lack of muscle to aid him on his precision check.
Ooh, that would be a total of 23.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he actually kind of chuckles at you guys. He realizes that you guys aren't, and you can see the other people kind of go back to work. Well, before we get too far, I want to see what the weather is like. Who wants to roll me some die 20s?
That would be Ryan.
Ryan, would you roll me one die 20 for the temperature, please?
Yeah, sure. Just 1 sec.
Maybe not.
That is a 14.
Okay, it's typical weather for this time of year. It's quite nice out. Roll now for the wind, please.
Okay. D20 again.
Yeah, die 20.
11.
Oh, and it's nice and calm. And roll for rain.
14.
Oh, there actually is a light occasional drizzle. So it's warm out. There's no wind, but it is overcast with a bit of a drizzle this morning. So, you guys can dismount and he'll take your goats and they'll unhitch them and take care of them for a fee. 2 goats, that's really 2 silver for the night. And they'll be fed and watered and kept in the barn. He'll put them both in one stall.
Okay. That'll be cheaper that way.
Yeah, so that's just 2 silver for the. And then you guys go in, and it has like wooden steps to like a wooden boardwalk that runs along the whole building. The building is stone for about the first 4 or 5 feet, and then it's like timber and plaster. You can see that it looks like it has 2 stories. You can see like the windows up top and a chimney that does have smoke coming from it. Quite a sprawling building. And when you open the big wooden doors, you can feel the warmth of the fire and the bodies and the food, and you can smell all of that too, like the smoke with the fire. And there's a lot of humans in here, a lot of merchants, some guys who look like guards, and a few that look like commoners. Most of them are humans, but there is a dwarf working behind the bar, like behind like this big long bar, and it's a big common room with a big stone fireplace and like I said, the white plaster walls that are like streaked from smoke. It just has a sawdust floor on top of the rough hewn planks, and sturdy but rough tables. But it's nice and clean. And you walk in, you can hear like the cacophony of sound, people talking and people doing business. And when you guys walk in, it's just like a movie. Everyone just goes quiet, and all the heads just turn and look at you guys.
So, anybody here looking for work? I'm just looking and taking another hand into delivering this cartload of goods to Waterdeep.
People kind of slowly start talking and back, at their tables and their conversations. And you could also see a lot of people are finishing up their meals and leaving now because it is morning. But that's what it looks like. People are wrapping up there's like bowls from porridge and platters. And you guys are kind of looking around, smelling around, starting to salivate when you notice that the dwarf is stomping over to you guys, and he's got like a cudgel in his hand, and he's got like a snarl on his face. and he comes stomping over, and he's, "By Morden's beard, what are you two doing in here?" And he's kind of waving around his cudgel, half threatening.
Looking, hands up, good.
"I can't be letting in vermin like you. A goblin and a kobold. If people found out, I'd be a disgrace."
Actually, maybe if people found out, they'd be more likely to come here because the Goblins Merchant Alliance, of which I'm a member of good standing, is making big inroads in the civilized lands. And pretty soon everybody will want to have Goblin Merchant Alliance goods. I could probably help you out with some great ale at cheap price. Undersell your competition.
What are your... Wait a minute. Show me your papers.
What papers?
Your guild papers.
Oh, from the Goblin Merchants Alliance? Well, of course.
Okay. You hand it to him, and he takes it, he unfolds it or unrolls it, and he holds it up and puts his cudgel in his belt and holds it up to the light and bends back and bends forward and tilts it one way and tilts it the other, and you can see his frown furrows, and he's like, slowly rolls it up and he hands it back to you, and he says, "All looks good," he says. "If there's a bunch of you planning on raiding this place," he says, "I'll bust both of your heads." And he says, "This isn't a trick."
No.
Of course.
"How do I know you didn't steal your fancy duds from some poor merchant beaten along the roadside?"
Because you can tell that they are not blood-stained.
He scratches his chin. And he says, "And you, kobold!"
Yes.
"What's a kobold doing with the likes of a goblin? Doing around in the likes of a place like this?"
He pays extremely well.
"He pays you? To do what?" He kind of chuckles. "To do what?"
I'm the bodyguard.
He laughs.
Yeah, I know, it is kind of funny. But I was just curious. How do we know that you own this bar and you didn't just kill the former tenant and are taking over as running of this establishment? What proof do you have that you actually own this place?
Why, I inherited this place from me pappy 100 years ago. And he got it from his pappy 100 years before that. The building there's been more buildings here than there has been owners throughout the past 400 years.
Well, perhaps you have a deed that you can show me then.
The deed? What? Who made you the property police? Are you going to cause trouble?
I was assuming that since you had to ask for my papers to show you that I was a member of the Goblin Merchant Alliance in good standing, that you would have proof of your station here. About normal behavior. Is it not normal behavior?
Yeah, he puts his hand on his hip and he scratches his chin. He's like, "You got a point there. Go sit down and order something and I'll go get me papers." And you hear him going, stomping away. And a female halfling quickly comes over to the table once you guys pick, and the place is kind of thinned out now, right? Like, breakfast crew left. They're all gone. There's a few people left. But this halfling woman, serving woman, comes up with a tray, and she's kind of like looks into you with darting eyes, but she confidently is like, "Good morning, maybe get you something to eat."
Yes, I'm quite starved. I have put forth a good night's work, dining my wagon, ordering this meal around. I'm starved. Bring me. Fuck, I have no idea what a goblin would eat. Fucking slime and slide.
Well, we still have lots of food left over for the morning rush.
That would be fine. I suppose if that's the best you have.
And she looks over at the kobold and she actually kind of smiles. And she's like, and you?
What do kobolds eat? I don't actually know.
I don't know either, but I'm just letting you know that I'm just paying you for the wagon. I'm not paying for your meal. That comes out of your own money.
Sure. I just order some foods. Well, I'm not sure. Whatever's good.
All right. And she goes away. It doesn't take long before she comes out with food. Yeah, it does look like, when you go to a buffet and you can tell, like, you hit the end.
Yeah.
It's maybe not the freshest, but it's still good.
Cool.
I'm actually quite. Oh wow! You must have set out for a while. That's very good. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's almost getting a little crusty there on top. That's good stuff. Yes. Thank you.
Yep, and she nods and leaves. The dwarf comes back, and you could see he's got like a big leather wallet. And he comes over and he just abruptly stands at attention and opens up the wallet, displaying his, like, it looks like it's quite old, quite weathered. And it looks like it's not even paper. It looks more like vellum, like lamb skin. And you can see written in dwarf, and you can see that, like, not only does it have his name, but it's also associated with, like, his what the hell are they called? Clan.
Okay. I was just wanting to fuck with him.
Yeah. And he looks at your meals and he's like, I'll fill up your drinks.
That would be appreciated. I must say that normally for dwarves, I find them to be quite inhospitable, but you are an exception to your exception, and a credit to your race.
So anything that you guys wanted to do other than to spend the day?
If there's no one around to hire, yeah, I'll just, take a short nap, power nap, get some food, recharge, and then head back out. And remember, when you're finished eating, you're to head back out and sleep with the wagon. I don't want any thieves to steal anything.
Very well.
When you're finished eating, you're to head out to the wagon. Make sure nobody steals. That's what guards do. Remember, I hired you to guard.
I remember.
Okay, I just feel that, being a kobold, you have to be reminded periodically.
Well, I am quite smart for a kobold,
You are also a credit to your race. Yeah. So he'll finish eating. He'll head back up to the wagon. I'll power nap in here. And then I suppose we'll take off.
I'm just reading something. Sorry, guys.
Quite all right. What you're reading? Monster Stat Block. I must say that there are some cool creatures in Mordekainen's Tome of Foes. The cool creature I've found so far, I'm just a little bit into it. It takes me a while to read. Is the Bone Claw.
Yeah, there is a lot of. I haven't read it yet, but I've seen. Whoa, why am I so loud? I haven't read it yet. So where are you gonna go to sleep? Are you guys gonna get a room?
I'll power nap in the main room if that's not too big of a deal, and I'm going to send the kobold back out to the sleep.
Near to the invincible.
Okay. You guys pretty much sleep the day away. Come evening, the rain is still drizzling, and you guys are woken up. You realize, like during the day, it was pretty quiet around here. But you guys realize because of hustle and bustle, and you're kind of dozing, and you can hear stuff outside. But once everybody kind of pours in, it wakes you guys up, and there is even kind of a commotion about like the goblin and kobold. Would you eventually come back out? And like I said, sun's just going down. So caravans are stopping for the night once again. It's a very rowdy body bunch. And you can see like, yeah, there's other merchants, and you can see that there's like, they look, some of them look quite foreign. And you can see that like, I don't know, a bunch of merchants, some of them look foreign. Pardon me?
Guard for the merchant?
I can't hear you for some reason.
Maybe I have my hand in front of the microphone. How's this now?
Better.
Are there any guards for some of the merchants?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I would like to try to snooze one of them into switch.
Okay.
You're like, how much do you get paid anyway? That guy looks like a real asshole. It wouldn't matter how much I got paid if I were with him, because it just wouldn't be worth it. He seems to be quite snooty and not worth my time. What do you think? Kind of sucks too. He's a slave driver or a boss, isn't he?
And you can see it's actually a dragonborn.
Or I immediately start worshiping him.
He looks like a brass or bronze. I can't remember.
Oh, great dragon, please, I'm not worthy.
You see, like he's like when he came in, he like put like a long sword against the wall. He's just in chainmail, and like people were startled to see you guys at first, but this is at this point it's humorous. And you're certainly getting everyone's attention. And he's kind of like looking really uncomfortable. And he says to the goblin, he's like, "Remove your friend." He says, "And for your information, I get paid." And he says, like, quite like proud of himself. He says, 3 gold a day.
Shit. I'm not going to about that. Yeah, but is it worth it? I mean, come on. I mean, 3 gold. Look at that guy. I mean, isn't he just mean and everything? Wouldn't you prefer to be with a nice, kind merchant from the Goblins Merchant Alliance in good standing?
I find him quite a reasonable and good man.
Oh,
he pays me fair. He pays me more than fair. Most merchants would pay you 2 gold, but he pays me 3.
Under my breath, I was like, I was thinking of gold.
And you can see like that merchant he's talking about has like an entourage of like lesser merchants, and they have a nice wooden box with them, about 18 inches by 16 inches by about 12 inches high, and it's like polished black wood with like kind of a suitcase handle on top, almost like a like a sewing machine, almost kind of.
Okay.
Kind of, right? And he's like leaning over talking to the other merchants, and they're eating their food and drinking their drinks, but he has like this box between him and his fellow guys on the floor. And yeah, and that's who the Dragonborn works for.
Oh. I wonder what's in that case. Okay, fuck you then. I'll grab the invisible guy and ask him, hey, do you think that you could possibly find out what's in that case?
You'd have more luck than I would.
I don't know about that.
You're the sneaky one. I don't really sneak.
You're invisible. Your name is the Invisible. What is this? Just a bold
I think you misheard me. I said invincible, not invisible.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're invincible, then go kick some butt and grab it. Gotta be worth a lot.
Do we really want to cause a fight here? Wouldn't that fight badly on our merchant, the Guild of Goblin Merchants?
Well, yeah. You see, this is where it works out great. You're a kobold. You're invincible. So you'll just go everybody's ass. Well, I'll just sit over here going, oh no, the horror.
They know I'm working for you though. I mean, I could probably cast sleep and sleep a bunch of the merchants, but we probably have to deal with the Dragonborn because he's probably a player level character, so he won't have enough. So he won't be a high enough hit points that he won't get taken down by sleep.
Yeah, whatever you just said.
Drinks are going around, but people seem to be more drunk than they should be. So I want both of you guys to make me a Constitution savings throw, please, with a DC of 12.
Okay.
D12. That is a make.
A what?
That is a make.
And I
Well,
roll a 9.
If you rolled less than 12, you are
Wait, that's it?
considered poisoned, but that's because you're drunk.
Yes.
Whether or not you've even had anything to drink. Like, it doesn't add up to how drunk everyone seems.
This doesn't really make any sense.
I feel fine.
Mirta is very smart, but... And this does not make sense to Mirta. Mirta should not be drunk.
These just stupid humans can't hold their alcohol like us goblins can.
You guys, keeping in mind that if you failed, you're poisoned. And so, Michael, you made it, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
one of you is currently poisoned because you're the kobold is just sliding in his chair, hey, just drunk. But so are a lot of other people.
My massive eyes are rolling about in my head. It's weird. Anyone who isn't drunk is probably a bit disconcerted with the eyes rolling everywhere.
And so keeping in mind that you're poisoned, Ryan, do you guys want to make a perception? So I believe that poison is like disadvantage on skills, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
+1 thanks to Jack of all trades. Awesome today. That'd be a total of 17.
I roll a 10.
And Michael, you rolled a what? A 17?
Yep.
Michael, you see that like the whole place just looks really inebriated. People, and a lot of people haven't even noticed. They're just loud and you see that part of the entourage of the guy with the black box.
Oh yes.
You actually see them taking advantage of everyone's drunkenness, and
that's what I was about to do.
Yeah, well, they're ahead of you. They're pilfering already. People's pockets. You see one guy kind of reach behind the bar even and pull out a cash box and like.
Damn.
And
how's the dwarf? How's the dwarven proprietor?
If you can snap me,
I will give him a roll for his with his advantage. Wait, I gotta find my dice here. I'm going to a different dice.
If you can snap me out of this, I'm probably gonna cast sleep on the bar.
It's not necessarily a bad idea.
He doesn't seem to be drunk, But he does seem like he's very distracted with
Drunk
all
people.
of the drunks.
I'm gonna
You know dwarves, right? He's not.
Yeah.
He's looking at the obvious stuff right now. He's not noticing that.
Yeah, they're not the most perceptive creatures in the world. They're actually quite stupid. And okay, I want to wake up to the bar and I want to get the guys and be like, hey, door. And I want to point out one of them like stealing somebody's coin purse and be like, look, and if you look, it's your like cash register. It's empty and what the hell?
He once you get his attention, he'll go and look. And he goes and he opens the coin box, and it is indeed like very low. And he's like, "What? Which one? What the hell's going on here?"
That one. That one. For FYI, for the return of half of your coins, I will gladly assist you in reacquiring it.
He nods.
I'm fucking it.
And then, and when you're talking to him, you're like a bunch of stuff gets smashed over in the corner, as like some drunken guy like was getting up and fell over and tipped the table, and yeah, and he's like, oh, he's like pulling the air at his temples, and he's like, it's an eel.
in which case, I'll look over at the invincible kobold and be like, hey, no initiative. Fucking on. Get out.
Alright. Like snap out of this now, or can I make a roll or something?
Here, I'll reread it.
You probably still want to be yeah.
Sorry. Failed to save poison for 1 hour.
Oh.
Well, my employer's telling me to do something. Sleep doesn't actually require a roll on my part, so right, it's not a skill roll or anything. So
Correct.
if I just, it's like an area, right? So can I cast it where the merchants are and try and get them all?
Sure.
All right. It'd be second level because of the pact thing.
Oh yeah.
Type magic.
78.
78.
5. Oh, you're doing it second level. Yeah, that's right. I think so. It is. Yeah, I think it's 78.
Just sick. Uh, 36.
Oh god. I'm gonna check my coin purse. Oh no, have they got my coins? No, not mine.
And it's still like I'm drunk, so like I think part of me is thinking if I'm drunk, everyone else should probably just fall asleep. So yeah, oh, we're good, right? Or cobalt logic.
So where are you casting it exactly? At the table where they are sitting?
Yeah, I want to try and hit as many of the merchants as I can, like the merchants that are doing it.
Mm-hmm. You see that 3 of his compadres like slumped down in their chairs. And he kind of, you can see that his eyes kind of widen, like he notices something is awry, because they didn't seem to be affected.
Okay. So can are we going to initiative now, or can I do something else?
We should maybe go into initiative right here.
Okay.
Okay. Is initiative affected by being poisoned?
I think so, because isn't it like ability checks? It says like ability checks and attack rolls.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you can get within range of the head merchant guy, then I'll get advantage, which will cancel out my disadvantage.
Okay, but what's initiative? I rolled a.
Grom got 20.
Got 20?
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna be first, probably.
My with disadvantage, I rolled a natural 18.
Wow, damn. So it's
the other
gonna
one
go goblin, kobold,
the other
bad
one
guys.
What about the dwarf?
Right.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him one. No, he's last.
Okay, well, it was. Yeah.
He's like trying to deal with like that smash that you guys heard just a few moments ago.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Michael, go.
Is there anybody not associated with them who looks like a big bad motherfucker? Like if they're just like some half.
Roll me a die 20.
Or let me put it to you like this: not any particular one. 14 total. But who would be the biggest, baddest looking motherfucker not associated with them?
There looks to be. Actually, here I'll even say this: the stable manager who greeted you guys when you approached. Right?
Okay.
You mean the dwarf?
No, the human outside who took
the goats in the wagon.
Yeah, the stable manager.
Okay.
Never mind. I was looking for just a patron.
Oh, just a patron?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. I would like that patron to make a saving throw, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
At charm person, as I try to charm that patron. And then
okay. You see like this young guy.
Yeah.
Blonde hair, kind of long, kind of shoulder length. And he's just in workman's clothes, but they are clean and well maintained. And he's eating his meal and just like mid like scooping the spoon. And he's like, you can tell like he. Well, let's put it this way. I'm going to make a con save for him.
I guess charm person?
I want to see if he's drunk first.
I'm okay with it if he is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see if he's drunk first, okay? Okay. He is drunk, and he does fail his save.
Even better. All right.
He would have been taking that save at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say, hey, buddy! I want to point at that at the head merchant and be like, he said he was gonna fuck your sister and kick your dog. You're not gonna get that from him, are you? And then I'm going to jump and hide behind the bar. Like, bonus action hide because I'm a goblin.
Okay.
Damn, thieves always bonus actioning hide each time. But no, I mean, yeah, literally jump behind the bar. I was up there talking to the guy and hide.
Okay. He's gonna he just pushes away his bowl, and he starts, unsteadily standing up. So I rolled an initiative for him. I'll let him go on his initiative.
Okay. Get him! Bar fight!
And then Kobold.
So here's the thing. As a player, I know that the goblin has just told that guy to go and attack that guy, but in character I don't know that, so I'm gonna just fire off an Eldritch Blast at the head merchant.
I'm 100% okay with that. Sure.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just wanting to sow more confusion. That point.
That is a 23 with disadvantage.
Well, I think you just hit him.
Just okay.
What am I supposed to say?
23. That's a miss.
26. Yeah, like what?
That is 10 damage.
Oh, okay. Suddenly, there's like this streak of light, and it looks like he's almost grabbing the box, and it looks like he's gonna grab the box and just get out of here, right? Because once his guys fell asleep, right? He's like, he's just gonna
skedaddle.
Yeah, he's gonna skedaddle, and he's kind of half getting up out of his chair, and you blast him, and just the shock of it, he just sits back down where he is, and now, it's his go. He reaches down and he opens a door on the side of the box.
Uh-oh. I want that box.
And out of there comes this little, lack of a better word, gremlin-looking thing. It's a little clawed humanoid.
Okay.
With little fang teeth.
How tall?
Oh, only about 18 inches. 14 inches.
Okay.
Little hunched body. And when he opens the door and it comes out, you get the strong whiff of alcohol.
It's a drunk homunculus.
A drunculus.
A drunkulus.
It does look alive, not an inanimate homunculus. It does look like some sort of weird, twisted little creature. And the guy, he's clutching his chest where you hit him, and he's like, "Attack them!" And you see second one stepping out, following behind it.
All right, cool.
And by that time, the drunk has stumbled up to him, and he kind of blocks the view, but he's like, "What did you say about?"
Does he have Tavern Brawler?
We'll see. He misses him because he's drunk.
Oh, well.
He takes a couple of blind swings at the guy, but he's like, "Yeah, my sister's the nicest girl I've ever slept with."
He's from Owsley County.
and then I'll roll for the dwarf. See. No, the dwarf doesn't even know. He's dealing with there's some sort of raucous where that smash was earlier.
Yeah.
He's picking people up off the floor and stuff like that. I rolled a perception. He rolled a 1. He's dealing with other drunks. So we're back up to the top of the round, Michael.
Okay. I'm hidden behind a bar. I got a drunk guy dealing with him. I heard him say, "Attack them." So I'm assuming he's either he's done.
Yeah, well, he did. He took a swing at him, but missed. So.
Oh yeah, as long as they're dealing with each other, I'm okay. It's like they're not hitting me. Should I throw a javelin at him? Why not, right? Why not throw a javelin at him? I could cast sleep myself.
Throw a javelin at which one? At what? One of the 2 little gremlin-y guys?
No. Fuck those little gremlin guys. Like I care.
Hey.
Find out. Oh. There we go. I think I'm just going to stick up behind the bar and throw a javelin at the merchant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and that would be a 19.
Oh, that hits him.
Oh, cool. And that would be 6 points of damage.
Okay. He's like you said, clutching his chest, and that drunk guy's swinging at him, and suddenly this javelin comes and strikes him, and he just and you see him look over to where it comes from, where the goblin has darted up over the bar.
And he doesn't see the goblin because he doesn't wear his action tight.
Because of what?
I assume you hit again.
Oh yeah, I'll then jump back behind I'll duck tower behind there again. Go in section hide.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, you got full cover.
Yeah.
And then Ryan.
I'm thinking, cause if he is actually a merchant, he's probably just about dead by this point.
Yeah, sure, that's what he is. He's a merchant.
Because I'm thinking about doing fairy fire, just because that'll offset my disadvantage when attacking anything.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we'll do fairy fire. Why not? $20 feet cube. I want to get the merchant in there, but on as many enemies as I can.
Well, right now there's really only the merchant and the 2 little gremlin-y things. So okay. What's the DC?
It's plus. How did I calculate my DC again?
It's a proficiency plus your charisma mod, so 10 plus your charisma.
All right, so that's 5. That'd be 5, so 15.
The merchant.
What's the charisma modifier?
I have +3 for charisma, and
it'll be 13 then.
Oh, okay, yeah. 13.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Unfortunately, all of the bad guys make it, but all the drunks are illuminated in fire. It'd be handy in real life, eh? You can see who's drunk.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen, right?
There you go.
Was that? Did I do good?
I don't know. I'm not looking. I'm hiding, cowering behind the bar. Like a good goblin.
Makes you easier to be a bodyguard for.
Huh. I can deal my level and extra damage with a spell or attack creature larger than me.
Well, that's my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Both of these little guys scurry across the floor, under the legs of tables, under chairs, under feet of people, and they come scrambling up to you. One of them jumps on the table in front of the kobold, and the other one runs and climbs up, like, and it scampers up the side of the bar, and you can, and Goblin, you're there, and you can hear this thing come, and it's on top of the bar, but that is and they make like a mad little twist of their clawed hand, and a little flick of light flashes in their eye, and you guys are both hexed. That's a bonus action spell, hex? Yeah. And they are done. Well, let's just make it hexed on, I don't know, dexterity.
Oh, what assholes.
And the merchant guy, he gets up and he like shoves the drunk guy, who like does stumble down to the floor, and he makes a move for the door, and he gets to the door, gets the door open, but that's about as far as he gets. And the drunk guy is going to get up and stumble after him. And that's really as far as he can get. So it's
Carl.
back up. Oh, and the dwarf. I want to see if the dwarf notices his... He doesn't know. No, he doesn't. He's still dealing with it, with the chaos in the corner, which seems to be like kind of spreading. It seems like half brawl, half pratfall. And we're back up to the top of the round.
Okay, go ahead.
How much can I focus sleep?
I don't know if you can.
I mean, I want to not get me in it, but I want to get somebody on the bar above me.
It's a 20-foot cube, so you can probably do it in a way that it doesn't hit you.
Yeah. Yeah, the only person I want to get is I want to get is the incubus above me. I mean the drunculus. Yeah, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to put it to sleep, and if there's anybody else affected, yeah, so be it. but it's not my desire. I suppose if I want to avoid putting anybody to sleep, it would be the kobold and the dwarf. Everybody else I give 0 fucks about. Me, the kobold, and the dwarf. Everybody else can go to sleep for all I care. But yeah, that's who I want to cast it on, primarily, is that guy.
Okay.
The homunculus.
Yeah. Okay, roll your...
Hit dice.
Yeah.
2, 9, 16. That's 3 7s in a row. 23. 27. 27 total.
Its legs just buckle and it just slumps on top of the bar.
And then I want to go.
and it's just.
And then I would like to jump back over the bar and make it as close to the merchant as I can.
Okay, yeah, you're about halfway.
Okie dokie doggy daddy. I want to yell at him. Hey! You forgot your sleeping pad. I can handle his alcohol. And point back to the drunkulus that's snoozing on the bar.
And he's at the door at the drunk, stumbling after him, and you're behind them.
Yeah.
And Ryan, you got this little drunkulus who just seemed to put some sort of hex on you.
Oh, by the way, hex go away because he's like unconscious.
And he's just on the table.
Yeah, I mean, like he's asleep. So is he concentrating on the hex anymore?
Oh no, it's gone. Yeah.
Cool.
Because hex is concentration. No, it would be gone.
All right. 2 spells down.
Yeah. And Ryan, you got one.
Oh, can I bonus action something that I forgot?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Cobalt, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Cobalt. Hey, Cobalt.
Bardic Inspiration.
Yes.
Cool.
I have it. Use it, right?
Yeah, you may as well. All right, so am I being attacked?
No, that's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
It's on the table in front of you?
Yeah, he's just standing on the table menacingly. Although he's only he's shorter than you.
Okay. I'm gonna attack him.
All right.
After
Don't forget you're drunk.
Yep.
Poisoned, but you have Bardic Inspiration.
I'm not forgetting it.
Okay.
Alright. I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration on this, though.
Okay.
Well, you can determine that afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll roll the dice first, then.
Yeah.
Crit for the first one.
And the dice.
And the second one is a 13. Because it's disadvantage, so.
A 13 hits him.
Hey.
Cool. I guess I'll use my packed weapon, which would be a longsword, so D8.
Damn, Cobalt. Long sword.
That is a 11 damage.
Okay. You hit him, and you hit him quite solid. That he is clearly not only startled, but in pain.
Does it break concentration of the hex?
I rolled and it does not.
Oh well.
Worth a shot.
The one guy is sleeping. The other one is going to. He just snarls at the kobold, and he just makes a leap with his claws and his teeth. And The teeth miss. What's your armor class?
My armor class would be 16.
The claws, he jumps and he comes right at your face, leading with his teeth and his claws, and you turn your head to the side, but he misses with his teeth, but his claws end up getting you. I rolled a 19 to hit, and
the shadows around me push back his teeth, but in doing so, they leave an area open for him to slash me with his claws.
Yep.
And then I point my finger at him, and hellish flames come from me as I hellish rebuke him.
Fucking A.
For 17 damage.
And save for half?
I believe so.
Then take save for half, yes.
Yeah. Okay. He is scorched, but still alive. He's a quick little bugger. He was able to avoid the majority of those flames.
What's the damage?
With the hex, 13.
Okay.
As he rakes down the side of your neck and part of your chest when he drops down to the floor. And
we Kobold do not have hit points. I'm on 8, so.
And the bad guy, he's honestly gonna keep going. He's gonna head outside.
Damn drunk man.
He is. He's, other than the fact that he's poisoned, he's on his tail, but he's drunk, effectively poisoned, so he's not having an easy time of it at all.
Grab him!
In fact, he wipes out in the mud as soon as he gets off the board, the wooden steps. He lays out in the mud.
We can give chase.
And so we've top of the round, pretty much.
Alright. I'm going to... look up to see if Friends is what the range of that is. But I will most likely dash. Most likely. I think Friends has a range, doesn't it? It would seem like it does. Or Obscurity. Conjure Woodland Beam. Dimension Door A, B, C, D, E, F. Freedom of Movement. Friends. Range Self. Oh. Range Self. For duration, you have advantage on all charisma
Before we get a little bit too far, where do you intend on casting the spell? I guess what's the range is, right?
The range is Self.
Oh.
Yeah, so I have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. I think that's a failure in that one, right?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
He's already been Eldritch blasted and javelined and...
Yeah, he's pretty fucking hostile. Never mind. Okay, I'm just going to dash then.
Okay. You run outside, you run down the wooden steps, you run down into the mud. Once you run down into the mud, please make me a dexterity...
Acrobatics?
Yeah, exactly. Dexterity acrobatics check, please.
Oh, my good luck of rolling has run out. Let's just say I probably take a header, as I get a total of 7.
You do. You go prone in the mud alongside the drunk guy.
I'll look over at him sheepishly and go like, "Hey, sometimes, fuck, I can't even think about being drunk. I know there's some. Let's thinks it's something cool to say about being drunk. Beer, you're in it.
So you can see that he the merchant. It looks like that he is like untethering a horse. He will not be able to get far, but I'll say that he does get mounted. By the time he gets over there, untethers it, takes half movement to get on. Yeah, he's like on it, ready to go. And back inside, this thing is like still after you.
Yeah.
And it really reeks of like alcohol. And even its eyes look all like drunken and woobly and spirally. It itself is not drunk, but it does have like the sloppy, drooly appearance and the smell of a whiny.
How far away is the door to this place? The open door that they just
about 20 feet, but it actually is its go though.
Oh, it's my go after.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's right. I don't know why I thought I jumped. Yeah, go Ryan then.
I cast Misty Step and get the hell out of there.
Oh, perfect. Okay, you're like you're just right on the threshold of the door, and you can see like the goblin looked like he wiped out in the mud at the bottom of the stairs, and he's getting up, and he's like on his way towards like the merchant guy who's like untethering a horse.
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Yeah.
So my action will be to Eldritch Blast the motherfucker.
All right, do it.
Is the horse my ally?
No.
No, it's not. No, it's just a riding horse.
He's gone into the stables, right? Are the goats next to?
No, he's not even at the stables. It's just where the horses are tethered out in front, like in a western.
Worth a try, right?
On the what you call it? What the fuck is it called? Something post. I can't think of it. Something post.
Whipping post?
No.
Whipping post.
Yeah, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast at him because I'm assuming that he's probably taking quite a bit of damage right now. So hopefully that's okay.
I'm sorry. Is the horse my ally? He's untethering his horse.
It's probably not his horse.
We could wonder that's mine.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to him either. Fuck it. Don't let him get away! Put that goddamn horse asleep. I don't give a shit.
That is a 23 to hit.
That's with disadvantage? Oh, that hits him.
For a 13 points of damage.
You hit him and he drops down to the mud.
Yes.
And the horse just kind of takes a side step nervously and the rain is pattering down. And you could hear the drunken guffaws and bangs and smashes, and you can also hear but it can't catch up to you, even on a dash. It catches up to you, but it can't do anything. And it just comes out into the rain, looking up at you, kind of running on all fours. It's knuckle running. And he's unconscious, and that's really it. The drunk guy stumbles up to the merchant, and he just kind of grabs him by the robes and sits him up.
Yeah, you got him, man. That was all you. You're the man. I should have given him bardic inspiration.
And so that'll be back to the top of the round then. Michael.
Should probably take care of that drunk dealer.
Getting up out of the mud. Curse myself for not taking prestidigitation. And I want to walk away.
Don't worry, I've got you covered next round. On my turn.
Two things: A, relieve him of the briefcase, and his coin purse.
Okay.
And also, does he have the dwarves coin box, or was that one of the other guys?
I was gonna say, under his robes, he has a lot of pockets and pouches and stuff. As well as in one of the pouches, you can see that he has a bunch of
just to make it simpler.
As
I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to grab this stuff, and I see he's got all these pockets and everything. Stuff. I'm going to take the robe off him. I'm just like, pull it up over his head.
Yeah.
And just take the robe along with all the stuff in it, along with the briefcase.
Yeah. There's also like a handful of antitoxins.
Oh, and I'll toss one. I'll toss one to the drunk dude. And toss. Just let me know when I'm done. I'll toss another one to the kobold. I'll toss one to the drunk dude, and I'll be like, "You go, man. This is all you." And I'll toss him a couple gold coins out of the guy's thing as well, and be like, "It's you, man. You're the man. You defended your sister's honor. Go ahead and get you another beer."
Okay, he drinks it, and he'll drink it on his turn, but yeah.
I know there's homunculus still fighting my boy, but
yeah. You could see like the kobold is like out on the steps, and just at like basically coming out of the door, you can see this little snarly thing.
That's okay. I'm more interested in securing the stuff from the dude, tossing them. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So Ryan, you got a little gremlin behind you coming.
Yeah. I've got the antitoxin in one hand, my shadowy longsword in the other. But I can only do one because it takes an action to drink the antidote. I'm gonna hit the guy.
Okay.
I remember you still had that bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I'm annoyed. I keep rolling crits when I'm rolling at disadvantage. Right, well, I rolled a 10, so what's the bardic inspiration die? D8?
D6.
Okay. That is a 15.
That hits. So, although you're drunk, you remember the phrase echoing through your head. Go, Kobold, you're so fine. You're the one who blows my hey, Kobold. Or whatever it was, yeah.
Actually, it would have been like 14 anyway because I forgot to have my modifiers, but
yeah, it hits.
All right, D8 plus my dex, so that is 10 damage.
Oh, you swing your sword and you chop at it, and it just lets out a sharp squeak and poops itself a little bit and lies there dead.
Aww, you killed it. I'd like to point out, I have not killed anything.
That's why I'm the bodyguard.
I'm 3rd level, and I have yet to kill anything at all.
You guys are pretty much out of initiative. You guys have.
I think the antidote.
Okay. Just make another Constitution savings throw, DC of 13. Not with disadvantage, just normal.
Okay.
Or sorry, DC of 12. Common save DC of 12.
Crit.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not immune to that poison.
You are no longer poisoned. However, you do have like a hangover. You essentially got like a splitting headache and you're thirsty. And
fair enough.
I
take a short rest.
The drunk guy, he's gonna drag this guy. And you can tell me if he's alive or dead.
Do we want him alive?
I mean, do we really want to kill him? Let's put it like this. Do we want him alive? Do we want him dead?
Do we care? I mean, he's no longer trying to steal our shit, so...
Well, the drunk guy will drag him in regardless, alive or dead. When you go in, it looks like that the dwarf has somewhat maintained control. In fact, he's got his cudgel out again, and the people who are causing a problem are all like knocked unconscious, and there's like some blood smears on his cudgel.
Damn.
And
I'm back.
And you guys catch him. He's coming back from around the bar with the length of rope with the 3 guys who are asleep. Towards the 3 guys who are asleep. And although people are drunk, they're calmed down now. The dwarf has his cudgel out, and he's just knocking patrons on their head if they start getting too rambunctious now. And he's going to tie up the 3 patrons, and he says, he looks at you guys, and he nods with admiration, and he says, "Thanks for your help. Do you know what that thing is?" And there's still the little one on the bar sleeping.
No. No, but
can I make it Arcana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
Crit.
You know exactly what the fuck it is.
What is with these rolls? Why am I rolling well? Like,
okay.
I'm gonna roll so badly on Saturday.
Not only do you... I mean, you rolled a crit. You know exactly what it is because isn't your patron isn't an ancient Fae?
Mm-hmm.
You said?
Makes sense.
Yeah, you're Fae pact. It is a type of Fae.
Huh.
It's called a rum gremlin.
A rum gremlin.
And it has an intoxicating aura. Once you guys get these bad guys tied up, whether the main bad guy is alive or dead, after an hour, people sober up.
Oh, I took a short rest at that time
Okay, you can. I will let you.
because I get my spells back in a short rest. So
What are you doing with the sleeping gremlin? Because it's only asleep for a minute.
I'd like to stick where I relieved him of his briefcase.
Yeah.
What else is in that briefcase?
Nothing. It was just a box for these two things.
Okay. I want
But
to
just a wooden box, yeah. Okay.
And is it locked? Is it lockable?
Yeah, it locks on the outside, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll lock it in there.
Okay.
And then
I want to try to.
He's got a empty beer keg or something that we could put it in that would help keep the smell in.
I'd like to try to convince the once the rum gremlin, whatever, wakes up, I'm gonna try and convince it to be my minion instead.
And you know from it being like a fae, like you do know that like it's more than a spell, it's an actual aura. So you'd have to protect it from like, as you would a magical aura. It's not just containing a spell.
Never mind. We'll like put it.
But you know when it wakes up because the whole case is shaking. This thing's just jumping around and flailing around and screaming, and the case is shaking. But right now, after the hour, you guys are immune for it for now. After the other guys wake up, and I know you guys are, they wake up after you take a short rest.
I want to say to
the dwarf is counting all the money. That's it. I'm just saying what's going on. He's counting all the money.
Okay.
Like and like I guess the other guys wake up. You're done your short rest. Anything you guys want to say or do? Or
yeah, where's my fair share of that? Remember, you promised me some for helping.
And then you can see there's a lot of people. Like there's like merchants who are like, yeah, my pouch was stolen too, and there's like kind of a big argument going on about how much who had what.
Oh shit.
So it could be a while till it's all straightened out, you figure.
So I want to talk.
Satisfied.
Just split it 50-50 and I'll be leaving. You can just cudgel anybody who takes the difference.
Roll your whatever you'd roll.
Persuasion. 12.
Once I want to
87 gold.
87?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's cool. Like in various denominations. 87 gold. And they do that because it is only fair. They just add it all up, divide it by half. Now they're still arguing about who's what. And the bad guys, they wake up. The guy who was drunk, the young blonde fellow, he's actually helping keep an eye. He has like the dwarf's cudgel right now, kind of keeping an eye on them, make sure they don't squirm out of their bonds. And
I would like to leave before he's no longer charmed. I don't know how long it lasts, but thank you for 87 gold. Me and my guy will be headed off now. Remember the Goblin Merchants Alliance.
The Dragonborn you spoke to.
Yeah.
He approaches you, and you see he has his greatsword over his shoulder, and he has his cloak on, and he says, "I had no idea that they were so unscrupulous." He said, "I often wondered," he says, why we get drunk, but I'd be drunk.
You couldn't have known. The the Fae can be very can deceive better than anyone else can.
Do you? So he says, if you're still looking for a man, he says, I'll travel with you.
You look like a big, strapping young lad. Now, unfortunately, I'm a much more honorable master than they were. And as you know, their thievery was what made it so lucrative. They could pay you so much. I didn't quite pay the same amount they were. And I should get a discount from you because I will help clear your good name from their evil deeds.
Well, you can see he's somewhat humble. What's your price?
Well, how about an electrum a day?
How much?
An electrum.
Electrum, silver.
Oh, he's like, oh. Okay. Until we get to Waterdeep.
Okay. Well, shit. Okay. I was just starting low to have some negotiating room, but fuck it. If he agreed to happen to half a gold a day, I'm okay with it.
He's nothing special.
Okay.
Like as far as like his skill or even his mental stats, right? He's just.
I was playing a game with I was playing this goblin with somebody, Caius, and I was trying to negotiate with somebody, and I started off with a price or whatever, and then he was like, I was like, all right, I want to insight this guy, an insight check to see if that's just, no, he offered me a price or something. I'm like, is that just his starting offer? What's my what's my leeway or not? So he had me roll an insight check, and he was like, yeah, you feel like you can always get a better deal out of somebody. So I was like, okay.
I want to speak to this rum goblin before we go.
Fuck it, let's take him with us.
Yeah, I mean that's what I want to try and convince him to be my minion instead of this this merchant guy.
And you know how far their range is. I would prefer for you to like put him on a post or a stick thing like away from the wagon so that I need to maintain.
Yeah, I can make him understand that. Don't worry.
Okay.
We shall call him Jin.
And you know why you have Jin? Because I didn't kill him. I don't kill things. I mean, I'm not opposed to it or anything. I'm just saying. I'm a third level character that you have to kill anything.
Right, so I guess I convinced the wrong gremlin to come with us. As help us out do stuff.
Pardon me?
Some goblin to be his buddy.
How?
I tell it that. Well, it's the way I tell it the way I see it. His former master is dead. I too am a follower of the Fae. Might be better to follow me rather than him.
Roll me a persuasion with advantage.
Okay, cool. Uh, 25.
That hurt.
Okay. What he says to you in like Sylvan language.
Which I don't understand.
You don't?
I don't have 7.
Me neither.
Oh well, let me see. I should have.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get it for being Faye. Packed it being Faye packed. I'll check. Oh no, I don't. I don't get 7.
I think Draconic and Goblin and Common.
I gotta see what his languages are.
I
I'm gonna
speak
make sure. I'm
Common.
gonna make sure of his languages
Alright.
before I. Oh, he does speak Common. Okay, yeah,
Okay. Where is he from, anyways? Is he an actual statted out thing?
yeah. But it's from the Tomb of Foes. Or, no, not Tomb of Foes. Yeah.
Mordecai?
No. It's like a third-party thing, actually. What's it from? Wait. What's it called? Tomb of Foes? Or... Oh, I went. Okay, Janko. Oh, R. Yeah, Tome of Beasts. By I think it's Kobold Press did it. Yeah. So it's like nighttime, which the Dragonborn is okay with, although he doesn't have dark vision.
Oh, that's the weirdest.
We'll try and pick out some goggles of night on the way then. So the rum gremlin's coming with us then.
He'll come with you, but what he says to you is like he's not hostile to you.
Yep.
But he kind of sheepishly kind of looks around and shrugs his shoulders. He's like, I don't know. I'll see how fun you are first.
Fair enough.
Oh, wow.
So I guess we'll find out if he stays 6 rounds.
And you can take him in the box or not. I don't know. It's up to you.
Does he?
Well, it's up to him. What's his name?
Grom.
What?
My name is Grom.
Grum. I'll write that down in my sheet then.
Yeah, but the Dragonborn, he will be willing to go with you. He'll take your price because you'll at least get to the next major settlement and then be able to contract a better deal. The Gremlin will go with you. If he's not in the box, he's just perched on the driver's bench. He makes the goats drunk, which he thinks is hilarious. So you're gonna have to deal with drunk goats for the first hour. But since it's like the new evening, let's call it a new day, I want someone to roll for the weather again.
You want to roll this time? Or should I?
Roll it. Well, I don't like those. Yeah.
Yeah, your
All right.
microphone is all horribly again. It's covered.
All right. I removed my.
I,
Is it better now?
I wrote in
Yeah.
I wrote an 18 for the weather.
It's a very balmy night. Like after the rain, it's actually quite warm out and humid after the rain. Roll me for the wind.
Okay. 19.
Oh, and coming from the south, not the south, sorry. Well, yeah, coming from the south, the winds are actually blowing quite strong. So it's like a strong, warm wind from the south. And roll me one more die 20. Let's see if it's raining.
Sure. Natural 1.
No rain. So probably by the next day or two, it's going to clear up and get really hot. You guys travel. They, what you call it? Is your wagon equipped with lanterns or anything?
Probably, but we probably don't use them so much since we can see in the dark.
But it only goes so far, so yeah, probably.
Okay.
No, oil costs money.
Okay, Scrooge. Every lump of coal. Okay, I have to go for bio.
Okay, okay.
I'll be right back. So if you guys gotta go, go. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, putting a kobold Fey warlock is as weird as I thought it would be.
I like this guy. I came to this guy after binge watching a lot of Deep Space Nine because they're heavy on Ferengi in there. So I thought that would be a good idea. A Ferengi merchant, a goblin merchant type thing.
Yeah.
Fun. And there's also another character in there who's a Kardashian, like spy type person, a Secret Service, a CIA, a spook, and he's a tailor. And so I was like, I'll make him a tailor too.
I should go to the bathroom as well, actually.
The basilisk. Did you say basilisk?
Okay.
We're up. Ryan, let's do.
I'm here.
Hey. So you guys travel nighttime. Before too long, like I said, it's warm, it's windy. It doesn't take too long by the time you get into the mountain. It's still quite a good road because it's used, but mountains are mountains. There are like stony embankments on both sides where the road has been cut through places here and there. There are some ledges that are a bit daunting if you get too close to the edge, as this road winds up the foothills and into the mountain pass itself. The Dragonborn is stumbling along, following the sound of the wagon rattling, walking alongside of it. Because it is dark, you guys roll me perception with disadvantage, please. Each you.
Our dark vision doesn't help.
It's even in darkness, it's dim light. So, and outside of that, 60 feet. What was that, Michael?
I'm sorry, 11. I got this.
Seriously, what is wrong with these? Natural 2018, so that is an 18.
You as you're traveling, you can't help but at one point you notice an unusual heap of rocks and logs, and you notice that there's a rope attached to it that leads off around the corner and away. But you're probably about 60 feet away from this unusual gathering of like a heap of rocks and logs.
I relay that to the goblin.
So?
There may be some kind of ambush set up there.
Oh. Okay, halt. Go up there and check it out. Sneak up ahead and see what's going on.
Are you speaking to the kobold?
Yes.
Yeah, okay then.
And we'll stop the wagon and wait.
The Dragonborn will pull out his greatsword.
And I will duck and instead of like being on the seat bench of the wagon, I will kind of jump back while still holding the reins and kind of bury myself in some of my silken robes while
Okay.
still looking out.
Let's count it as a dodge action for you and the Dragonborn.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Or I could give you cover. But
Yeah.
Give me just a second, guys.
Okay. I'm not sure if I have a point to this. I'm not used to doing one shots. I'm not sure if I have a conclusion per se.
Okay. So, did he drop?
I don't know if he dropped or he's refreshing.
Yeah.
Or...
Okay. Yeah, he could be refreshing, but he is gone at the moment. There we go. Hey, yo.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Okay, so I start moving ahead as stealthily as I can.
Okay, would you please roll me a stealth check?
I'm not proficient, but I do have good decks, so hopefully this will go okay. Uh, 16.
Okay. So you're stealthing up to where exactly, precisely?
To work out kind of what was ahead. Like we saw some rocks for the rope. We're not sure what's.
Okay, you go up there and roll me an intelligence investigation.
Okay. That is a natural 19.
Because kobolds do have like a keen mind for the simple machines and for cunning devices, you do recognize that this is an avalanche trap. I mean, it's not going to like fill the valley, but it's enough to cause rocks to fall down and tumble and fall and to break horses' legs or to break wagon wheels or the such.
Right. We've been traveling on with the wagon. Can we go around this?
Bring the trap before the wagon gets here.
It looks like that rocks would tumble and bounce possibly all the way across the entire road. So if there is someone watching for a wagon to pass and they're going to yank that rope to move that log to cause the rocks to fall and tumble, right? Like, it is a wagon with goats, and I don't care. Wagons are fucking loud.
Yeah.
Like, even if,
okay,
like, so if there's someone watching, I'm assuming that like you guys saw it at your like dark vision range.
Yeah.
Right. So you're like whatever your dark vision range is, 60 feet or 120.
Yeah, and mine's 60, I think.
Goblin? Because
Yeah,
you have like
60.
daylight sensitivity, hey, Goblin?
I do not have
You-
daylight sensitivity.
Oh, you don't?
But I only have 60
I
feet
do.
dark.
Oh, the kobold does. Then I double check. What's your dark vision? It might be 120 feet.
It says 60. It says
Hmm.
60 on the point bar calculator, but that might be wrong.
Okay. So you guys are like, like let's say like 50 to 60 feet away. The wagon is stopped, and you've crept up, and you've looked,
Yeah.
and you're like, yes. So
Yeah. So I head back and report what I saw.
the Dragonborn is like looking around, although he like can't see much in the darkness.
Yeah, I feel it.
I mean, if you're up there, I can't. 50 feet away from me, I can't really yell, or at least I wouldn't really yell up to you to tell you what to do, nor would I expect you to yell back to me to what you see. So
Yeah, I basically came back to tell you what I saw.
Did you hear him, Michael?
no.
Oh, he said that he comes back to you to tell you what he saw. I wonder if we're having one of those things where he's invisible to you. Ryan, say something.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you just then.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, why don't you go up there and pull the rope and spring the trap?
You want me to do what?
Spring the trap.
Well, I think that maybe people they're waiting to spring the trap when we go past. But
Yeah, so we spring it before we go past. That way it will be okay.
yeah, well, you see, I think that these rocks are going to fill the fact it'll make it a lot harder for us to get past.
Goats are good.
Yeah, but the wagon. Yeah, the goats will be able to go back to move over the rocks, no problem. The wagon, not so much.
Well, let's just hope they just go all the way over across the road.
I mean, it's very possible that there's nobody manning that area right now.
I suppose that's possible, but not likely. How about you climb down the rope and find out what's at the bottom of it?
Why don't you come with me?
The rope technically winds up.
Huh?
The rope technically winds up, like up along the kind of cliff face there.
Oh.
Like the rope would lead more up.
Right. Well, climb the rope up and find out what's up there. I have to stay here and guard the wagon. Just remember, something happens.
All right.
I can't pay you.
Right. I guess me and the wrong gremlin go off up go off and go and see what's going on. As I leave, I cast prestidigitation on the goblins' robes. I saw them.
Okay.
To do what to my rope?
I use prestidigitation to soil them.
To soil and puts a big gravy stain on them.
Coming out of your pay.
You don't know that was me. I'm out of earshot now though, so. I head out and we go off and we climb the rope.
Climbing the rope is fun.
You guys roll a perception, no disadvantage for the darkness.
Okay.
Roll me a perception each.
16.
If you meant me, then 11.
Yeah, both of you. Goblin, as you're like, because like you're on the wagon, Goblin. Kobold, you're kind of like, I kind of picture you like down even amongst the goats. You crept back right into, and you're down even amongst a couple of goats, talking up to him. And you can, because you're facing the way you came, you can hear the crunch of gravel. You can hear the crunch of gravel, like the way you guys came out in the darkness.
From behind us?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Dragonborn.
He's like, I can't see. He's got his sword out, kind of doing like circles, looking around. Like,
I'll light a torch and toss it out of speak.
okay. When you do that, when you light a torch, it's like, what is it like? What's the range on a torch again? Shit.
15 feet regular, 15 feet after that is dim.
Is that it? I thought it was more than that.
It's not a lot. But it'll enough to let him see stuff to hit with that great sword. Also, it makes him a nice target for anybody with bows and arrows. Sorry.
I was 16, by the way.
Yeah. And that's, I said, you hear the crunch of gravel.
Yeah.
Behind from where you guys came. Okay, I'm going to read, but I'm going to get you guys to roll initiative once that torch gets lit.
Okay.
But keep in mind, I got to read something.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got the same initiative as last time.
I got an 18.
You got the same initiative as last time. Holy shit. Have we had a long rest?
I said we had a short rest. We can.
Yeah,
we
you
could
guys
have
had
had a long rest.
You guys had a short.
Okay.
Because you guys rest throughout the day, and that happened in the evening, pretty much the start of your day.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna open up. Once I can see a bunch of them, I'm probably gonna open up with Fairy Fire so that the Dragonborn can see them as well.
That's a good idea. I've only got one spell left.
I short rested, so I've got all mine.
Yeah. So it looks like I'm going to be losing my temper.
Raging, you would say.
Possible. Quite possible. I may try to talk our way out of this, though.
You think it'll work?
Why not? Have to figure out what their motivation is. They want something. We have things. They have things. We want things. You know, it's the great.
I think what they want is to relieve us of all our possessions.
The universe is built with a great lack of stuff.
Oh, wait, I forgot.
Too much stuff in other areas, and which creates a cosmic flow of goods and services from one place to another. And by understanding the currents and flows of this and acting upon them wisely, we can make ourselves a great profit from the successful navigation of this great cosmic river of stuff. And that is the Goblin Merchant Alliance credo.
Okay, what did you guys get for initiative?
I know it well. 18.
18.
Same as last time.
What did you get, Michael? Michael, I missed what you got. Ryan, did you catch what Michael said he got? Same as last time?
He said you got the same as last time.
20.
20?
Yep.
And
Hey, Ryan got the same as last time at 18.
Yeah. And are you ready for this? The NPC got 20 and the bad guys got 18.
Wow.
So do you know what? I'll give you guys benefit of the doubt, and it'll go
Dragonborn to have benefit of the doubt. Yeah.
And it'll go goblin, NPC, kobold, bad guys. Yeah, I'll give you guys benefit of the doubt.
I would prefer Dragonborn to get benefit of the doubt. I don't necessarily like going first.
Oh. Okay. Well, do you know what Dragonborn's going to do? Is now that he has light, he's honestly just going to take a ready action. Really, and guard the wagon, right? Like, that's what he's going to do. Because he has light, he's not going to run out into the darkness away from the torch. He has a great sword, he can't take it with him.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, my turn anyway.
Yes.
What do I see?
Well, the kobold says he hears something behind, and you know that a rope leads up the cliffside ahead, where that little ambush trap is.
So I don't necessarily see anything either, right?
Not now, but do it for intensive purposes. I guess that you could hear like the crunching of gravel more because they will be doing something, so they are in motion. In fact, you can see, like, in the darkness, the sparking of... You lit a torch, and it seems like that they are lighting a torch. And it looks like there's one up the cliffside. And one down the road behind you guys. It looks like that they are sparking, in the process of sparking torches.
Which one's closer?
Honestly, they would be out of dark vision both sides, so they'd be about, like, I'd say about 80 feet, both, either one, behind you or on the cliff.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a long way away. I want to say, hello, well met, night travelers. We are but poor, humble merchants, wandering through this area trying to find something to trade with, as we have nothing of any valuable on us at the moment. We are curious if we could assist you with anything at all. And then I will kind of duck. So,
You hiding?
if you're looking for an action, dodge, movement, maybe duck for cover after I make that little speech.
Okay. And Ryan?
I
You could see just the inclination. It looks like there's like fires going to start. Like you could see like the sparks
I hate
Yeah.
going.
to kind of give you a pinpoint outside of your dark vision range.
how far away?
I'd say about 80 feet both ways. Because they're out of dark vision range. They're waiting for you guys to approach the trap, and you never did. So they flanked behind you, some of them.
I'm thinking about Eldritch Blast because if they went with torches, then I can see them, right?
They're in the process of lighting torches. I'll give you the equivalent of you know where they are. You'll still have to roll with disadvantage, but
Well,
you know their location.
if I'm ready in action, can I wait until they light the torches and then shoot them with Eldritch Blast?
Absolutely, you can. 100%.
Then that's what I'll do.
Okay. Torches flare top and bottom, and you guys can see these large, hairy humanoids with hyena faces, and their ears are pulled back, and they have snarling, drooling fangs. And you could see that up top it's kind of hard because like they're on the cliff face, but you assume that the rope is pulled because the rocks do come crashing down. You guys are too far away to be in danger. However, the road would have to be cleared before you guys could pass with animals.
Aww.
All right. My ready to action goes off then, I guess.
Yes.
I think I'll go for the ones on the bottom, so I'll fire an Eldritch Blast off where the guys with torches on the bottom.
Okay. And it looks like that they're lighting torches, but there's two of them behind you, and one of them is lighting a torch while the other one has like these arrows with rags and a longbow, and it looks like that he's gonna light arrows on fire and shoot them. So
okay,
what's that?
Take that guy.
Yeah.
I shoot the guy with the bow then.
Okay. Shoot at him.
That's 26.
You hit.
That is a 8 damage.
Okay. You hit him, and he just fucking like screams some obscene word at you as he draws back his bow.
What's the Dragonborn's name? The Dragonborn's name?
Dragonborn.
What's the Dragonborn's name?
Dragonborn. That's his name.
Dragonborn.
Karn.
I dropped my light crossbow. I kind of try and throw my light crossbow and to him.
The arrow comes flying, and it like misses you guys totally. However, it arcs and it comes flaming and it hits some brush and immediately starts some brush on fire. So this roadway, along with the torch down below, torch up top, the torch that you threw on the ground, and now the brush on fire, it's starting to lighten up in here.
Yeah.
The radius of light is getting a little bit larger, and the fires might even, the goats are starting to sniff at the smoke and stamp their feet a little bit. And the one from behind, I said, misses, and one pulls the... Okay, I want the two of you, as well as the NPC, are going to roll d20s. Low is bad. Unmodified, this is pure luck. This is going to see the ones on top who get shot down below.
Okay.
So low is bad.
I rolled an 18.
The bad guy or NPC rolled a 4. Karn rolled a 4.
14.
Okay, Karn is going to get shot.
Poor Karn.
Oh, and he gets hit. Okay, from up top, an arrow comes streaking down. And a flaming arrow strike comes down and it strikes and it hits him like right in his shoulder blade and his chainmail. And he kind of stumbles forward. And he's not immune to fire. And that's it. They are done.
I think they can't really see the wrong gremlin because he's so small.
Oh, exactly. He's just tucked under somewhere. Yeah.
Right.
So up to the top of the round is Karn. He is... Ooh, that's a long ways away. He might have to use the crossbow.
Yeah. I've thrown down the crossbow and my bows as well. So if he can pick it up, he's got a crossbow and 20 bolts.
He's gonna crouch down on his knee, lay down his sword, and just do that. Grab the crossbow and a bolt and take a shot. Is that a heavy or medium? Or light or whatever?
It's a light crossbow.
Oh! Crit! So it's a D8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It hits him, but he's still... And it's now the goblin's turn. Grom? So there's two gnolls behind you and at least one up top.
Yeah, but they didn't get any closer, really. What to do? First off, Karn. I know there's a Karn in here somewhere. I can't think of anything. You can do it, Karn. You're the greatest thing ever. I want to throw him a D6 card inspiration. That's my bonus action. My action will be to... Hey, what's the... Is there, like... Past, like...
I love the fact this is basically Karn the Betrayed.
What?
Is there any bushes or trees or anything on the path behind us?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I'd like to jump off the wagon and then go and hide behind one of those.
Okay, there's bushes, there's a boulder, there's boulders, it's
And I'm not readying an action, but I just want to make it close enough to where if anybody comes closer, then they would provoke an attack of opportunity due to the threat range, but not readying an action because my bonus action was that. My action was to hide movement. And I'm done.
Okay.
Hopefully next round I can move into melee with the archer. I don't know, maybe not.
Okay. And Kobold.
All right. Same again. We're gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast at the gnoll with the bow.
Okay.
That is a 20.
That hits.
For 11 damage.
He drops. Describe killing him.
Yeah.
Exploding head. I have in the head and his head explodes. Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy. Okay, his head explodes. He's dead. The one that was had the torch lit, he snarls at you and he hoists his spear. And so that's it for you then?
Yep.
He is. Let's everybody do the same thing. Let's have a roll to see who he's going after. Low is bad.
Okay.
11. So at least upper half.
I got 12.
Uh-oh.
And Karn rolled an 18. So it's going to end up that there's going to be a spear coming for the kobold in the bushes. But I'm going to give him disadvantage because you're you said that you were in the bushes.
Yeah.
Does a 14 hit you?
It does not.
Okay. He kind of comes running up and he throws a spear at you. And it just kind of comes rattling through the bushes and skips off the side of a rock. and then an arrow is going to come down after the kobold. Ooh, and that one hits.
Okay.
For 3 points of piercing damage.
Uh-huh.
And 3 points of fire damage from this flaming arrow.
Okay.
And,
so 6 damage total.
And you can hear scattering and scampering from that cliffside. It sounds like that there's one scrambling down.
Okay.
Wow.
And we are back to the top of the round. Karn is going to run after the one that chucked the spear. And he's going to use his inspiration, his bardic inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
And he hit with that. So and he chops at it with his with his greatsword. The thing goes to block with its shield, but the blow manages to sneak by and cut at it, and you can see the thing's gonna swing at him. And That's all for him. So it's Goblin's turn. The spear came clattering at you, but he missed, and you see your NPC Karn has like ran up and chopped at him.
How far? I was moving up there. Could I make him in a move as well?
Oh yeah, you can now. Yeah, because you move back, he moved forward. Yeah.
Okay. Let's going to bonus action rage.
Okay.
I'm going to be very prestigious. How dare you all attack me in the middle of the night? I was trying to negotiate.
And I'm going to fail on my attack roll as I rolled 4 on the dice.
Are you reckless attacking?
I am not. I'm only a first level barbarian.
Mm.
So, yeah. So, I'll miss. I'll rage, I'll fury, and I'll walk up and I'll fling my sword at him, and he'll block it with the.
Hey, the NPC or PC goblins don't have like pack tactics or whatever the fuck it is, or
No. I have
That's cool.
bonus action hide or disengage.
Okay. All right then.
It's kobolds that have pack tactics anyway.
Okay. And okay, Kobold, your turn.
All right. I'm going to target the one that the goblin's going after.
Yeah, him and Karn are both fighting it.
Yep.
Yep.
I get advantage because I have pack tactics.
Yeah.
That is 25.
Oh, that totally hits.
That is 8 damage.
Ooh, he's still up.
Probably should have gone for the archer on this cliff, but oh well.
Okay, Goblin and Karn, let's roll to see who this guy is gonna attack.
6.
How much?
6.
Okay. He is going to snap the bite on you, and he misses. You totally like fend him off with your weapon. Ooh, and he hits your NPC there.
Oh, what a bastard.
And he just clips him on the shoulder. And you could see that there's another one that has appeared down on the bottom coming from the front, but he doesn't have like enough actions to attack. And so there's one you guys are fighting, one just appeared down on the ground in front of you, and there's still one more up top that is going to take a shot. Oh, and he misses. His arrow just goes into the bushes, and you just again a little bit more of a fire.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all that happened. So it's back up to the top of the round. Karn. He swings at this guy, and he hits him. And he hits him, and he just like the gnoll kind of was concentrating on attacking the goblin, but the goblin was able to fend off his blows, right? So while his back is turned, Karn just fucking makes a big sweeping circular sweep with his sword. But that's a lot of alliteration. And then he just chops him in the back, and this Gnoll's legs just collapse, and he falls in a bloody heap in the gravel.
Yes. I'll give you a whole gold piece today.
And he's like just huffing, catching his breath, and he nods. Agreed. And your turn.
So that guy's dead now.
Yeah, but there's you can even if you can't see him, you can hear it. There's another one down in front now, and there's still one that shot an arrow.
Oh, yeah, from the top though. They're both a little far away.
Yeah, so there's two left. It looks like.
I'll go for the one on top. So.
Okay, I'm going to move back to the wagon, and.
Yeah, you can clearly see there's a gnoll approaching. Yeah.
Oh, there's still.
As an action, and then as a bonus action,
since nobody picked it up, I said my light crossbow is still on the ground, so.
What was that?
I assume since nobody picked it up, my light crossbow is still on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my turn.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'll give you some bardic inspiration.
Okay, cool.
Well, you can go over there, and I don't know what kind of weapon you have out now, Ryan.
No, I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna fire off my Eldritch Blast. The guy on top of the cliff, the other archer.
Okay, because of angles, I'm gonna give him half cover.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give him a little bonus to his AC.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll definitely be using my bardic inspiration probably on this then, but we'll roll and see what happens anyway.
Yeah. But there's no disadvantage. He's just normal because there's light up there. There's like a torch he's lighting.
23.
That hits.
For 13 damage.
Oh, you hit him good with that. Like he kind of stumbles back a step, and you hear him like even like this kind of hyena scream in pain. And in fact, that's going to cause him. He's not even going to roll. He's just going to shoot at you.
Fair.
I would say so. Oh, but he misses you an arrow, but it strikes just on the ground in the gravel near beside you, not lighting anything on fire. Oh no, it's not true. It sticks in the side of the wagon. Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it sticks right in the side of the wagon. Thunk. But
it's fucking the wood, right?
Yeah, but the thick timbers, it'll take a while to ignite.
Okay,
but it is stuck there.
I'll worry about the adversaries first then.
And the guy who came up on the front, he sees the goblin there, and he also sees that the kobold blasted, and there's also he could go to anybody. Let's roll a d20, see who low's bad. Okay. Oh.
I got 12.
The NPC rolled 20.
4.
Okay, the NPC's too far back. He sees the goblin come alongside and he comes running at you, snarling. And you know what? Yeah. Double ones, goblin. On his bite and his spear.
Oh, you're mine now.
So he misses. It's totally back up to the top of the round. Karn is going to run in, take a chop at him, and miss because it's kind of a long run. So now it is. He swings and he's fighting the guy on the ground here as well. So now it's you, Goblin.
All right. I told you, buddy, you're going to pay for that. Or maybe not. My dice have suddenly just sucked. That's another 4 on the dice. God damn. Total of 8. They don't have really shitty dexterity or anything, do they?
No, actually, gnolls have quite good dexterity. And
okay,
that's it then?
As a bonus action, I'm going to disengage. I'm going to scamper away and go to the other side of the wagon.
You just duck through the legs of the goats.
Yeah.
Practically.
Yeah. I'm on the other side of the wagon, so I guess come over at me.
Yeah, you two are on the right-hand side of the wagon, and Karn is on the left-hand side with this gnoll. And
maybe the rum goblin will go help out Karn.
It's Goblin's turn. Kobold's turn, I mean.
Okay. Ouch. I'm going to shoot the guy up on the top of the cliff again, since it isn't dead.
Okay.
That is a 22.
That hits, even with the half cover that I'm giving him for the angles.
That is an 11 damage.
You hit him, like, pretty much right in the belly button, and his one hand reflexively grasps his abdomen, and he leans forward, and he tumbles down and hits the road below, dead.
Mm-hmm.
The last guy.
I give him an intuitive. I give the last guy an intuitive.
I don't know. I would almost be in action. Otherwise, I would say.
Okay. I don't do that then.
Yeah. Karn. Oh wait, no, it was the bad guy's go. Yeah, he's attacking Karn. He hit him with the bite, and he hit him with like this, morning star.
I'll probably have to walk after this combat, by the way.
Whatchamacallit? Karn kind of stumbles back. He was hit twice for quite a bit, but he is still up. So that was the bad guy's turn. He is going to be attacked by Karn. And Karn's going to use his action surge.
Awesome.
And he's a weapon. I gave him a champion. So I just rolled a natural 19, so that's a crit.
Oh.
So is it at least level 3 then?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He wipes this guy. He just chops him and he goes down. He did 16 points of damage for the crit. And what's that?
Still have not hurt anybody.
Nope. If you say something to Karn, he will not kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything to Karn.
Okay. Yeah, but it's a knoll.
Yeah.
4 knolls. You know, you guys find a little bit of treasure. Karn clears away the road
Yep.
while you guys are picking over. You guys take the go through. You guys eventually make your way to the city, and
Make
we
lots of
will call.
my robes.
And what?
Make lots of money selling all my robes.
Oh yeah, and the rum goblin, he's just nestled right in there, like just in the pile somewhere, just curled up, sleeping. Just
Yeah.
So anything you guys would like to say, do, add anything, and then a little bit of player's agency at all to give this an ending?
Goblin's Merchants Alliance is successful in their bid to dominate the marketplace. Any needs that you may have, the Goblins Merchant Alliance can do. We can bring goods to market. We can solve problems. If you're getting robbed, we can stop it. All for the low price of 5 bars of gold pressed platinum.
I need to get paid.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, and thank you guys for giving me a chance to give you guys a little bit of a one shot, and it was. I hope it was fun, although it didn't really have a point. I hope I wouldn't mind getting.
That's always a point.
So I wouldn't mind if you're done the stream. I wouldn't mind getting your guys' opinion on my style or anything. Or